Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to continue our blog series in the PictoBlox platform by Stempedia. So today we are going to discuss about the fourth category in the blog series, which is nothing but the event blocks. So let's start it without any further ado. Yeah, so here, like in the previous classes, previous videos, we have discussed about motion blocks, looks blocks, and sound blocks already. So if you have any questions regarding those blocks, please refer to those videos. And let's start our event blocks today. Okay. So, yeah, first thing is let me give you a simple context on events. See, event is nothing but a point which triggers a specific set of action. Okay. Let's say, for example, you'll go to school. First of all, you have to get ready, right? Now, in order to get all these things done, like you have to get ready, have your breakfast, and go on for the school bus or any transportation medium, like your parents will drop you in the school or anything, you go to the school. But this entire action starts only when you wake up, right? So, waking up is the triggering point for all these things, which will be happening in a series, right? So, it was just a generalized example that I have given, but mostly, whatever the series of actions that you do, that particular actions will be triggered by a specific event. We call that as a event. Okay, so it's nothing but the starting point of a specific series of actions. Okay, so this is like the starting point of the task. Now let us understand each and every block of these as well. So first one is when green flag is clicked. This is most commonly used one and very generalized block in almost every project. So here, if you look, there is a green color flag just above the stage, right? So it says go, which is nothing but the green flag is the starting point, starting part of the any code. Okay, so and this is how we make it as a starting point of any code. When we mention when green flag is clicked, let's say for example, we already discussed about the motion blocks, right? So glide to random position, and then we'll go to looks, then say hello. Yay. So right now, how we have programmed it, like till now, whatever we have done in the previous sections, we activated the blocks by just clicking on them. Let's say, for example, say hello for 2 seconds. If you click them, they got triggered. Okay, that is just very common case. And if you want to activate any particular block in the PictoBlocks, you can just click on that and it will get activated. But without clicking on them, if you want to start that particular blocks at a specific point, and these points are nothing but events. Okay, so these are the specific points where you can start the program wherever you want according to the situation. Now let's say for example, when green flag is clicked, glide 1 second to random position and say yay for 2 seconds. Now obviously, you can either start it by clicking on this one. Yeah, it got activated. So this block, when you click on this, when glide 1 second to random position, it glided there and then said yay. Now the same thing you can do by just clicking on this green flag as well. Got it? So here you're not completely dependent on clicking on the blocks all by yourselves. Okay. Why this is so important is because, let's say for example, you did all the program for any particular project. So you have done a story or you have created a game. Now whenever you want to trigger something, like whenever you want to start a particular block, then like the code, so you will be doing that so easily. But if you want someone to play that game or someone to read that story, obviously they don't know all the entire steps which are included in the program, right? So if you just say okay, click on this button, click on that green flag, it will be doing everything all by itself. So this kind of freedom you get on the blocks when you have this event blocks. Okay, on the program. Like you don't have to control each and every block just by clicking them. Okay, you don't have to activate or deactivate them by clicking on them. Just click on event button and it will get activated automatically. Okay, now let's keep these two. Let's understand the second block. Now this is for the keyboards. So in the keyboards, like we have a lot of keys, right? Like the space key, arrow keys, up, down, right, left, or any key. And then we have all the alphabet. So alphabet over here, A B C D E F G H T, like A to Z, and then all the numbers from 0 to 9. So you can choose anything as the triggering point. Let's say for example up arrow. Now on your keyboard you have the four arrow keys. So whenever I click up arrow, right now I'm not clicking the green flag, I'm not clicking the blocks to activate it. I'm just clicking the arrow key to activate this one. See, it's done. Now you can do the same thing with any alphabet or any number. So I'll choose 7, and even if I press 7 now, see, right now I'm not clicking on the blocks to activate it, and I'm not clicking on the green flag. I'm pressing the number 7 to activate this one. Okay. So yeah, that's how you can activate any particular block using the arrow keys or any keys on the keyboard. Now, when the sprite is clicked, this is specifically for the touch screens like your laptop or mobile phone, tablet, anything which is touch screen. This particular event is for that. So, if you click on a specific sprite, it will be done. Like, for example, if I click on this one, see, it went there. I mean, it glided to the random position and said, "Yay." Now, if you click on that, you don't have to drag it or you don't have to activate it by any other means. Just click on the sprite and then done. So, even on the laptops or mobile phones, anywhere, you just have to touch the sprite and it will be doing all its task, which is you mentioned under that particular triggering event. Okay, this is about the third one. Now, this one, the last one, the fourth one, is when backdrop switches to a specific backdrop. Let us get a surprise backdrop. Okay, we got the mural. So, when the backdrop switches to this, then Toby will go to that particular backdrop randomly and then he will be saying, "Yay, let's get one more backdrop." So here, like whatever the backdrops you added will be added to this particular list. Okay, so right now we have backdrop one, which is plain one, mural. Backdrop one is the default one, mural and space three we added randomly them. Now, let's say for example, switch backdrop two. And when this switch backdrop happens, when green flag is clicked. So when green flag is clicked, the backdrop will be changing to mural, and then uh, Toby will go to glide to some random position. So it doesn't matter like where you put these blocks, the triggers will be happening whenever they are activated. So let's get one more of that. Let's delete this one. Okay. So see, what I'm doing here right now is I'm making a kind of, yeah. So first thing is when green flag is clicked, I'm switching the backdrop to mural, and then when backdrop switches to mural, Toby will glide 1 second to random position. Then the backdrop switches to space three, and when that happens, I'll code it to say yay. Now, for this to happen in normal cases, what we have done till now, we had to click on all the blocks separately so that we can activate them. Now, you don't have to do all that. Just click on green flag and everything will be happening all by itself, because one trigger will trigger the other one here. That's it. Okay, so when green flag is clicked, it goes to mural, and then it glided 1 second to random position, then it said AI for 2 seconds. Okay, so this is how you can automate the program, entire program, by just using the event blocks, because you don't have to trigger the blocks all by yourselves. It will be done based on different conditions and based on different event blocks. Okay, if that is clear to you, let's go to the next block. Now here we have when loudness greater than 10. So here I just have to tell you about one more block which is ahead of our series right now. So loudness and timer, these two are the part of sensing blocks. So let me just show you the loudness and timer. So you can see that loudness and timer blocks. Timer is the timer that got started the moment you activate the timer, and loudness is your microphone voice. Okay, so whether you're speaking loud or whether you're speaking very slow. So as you can see, these numbers are changing based on the microphonic values. Now remember one thing, timer you can reset over here, and loudness is completely like it's dynamic. How much you speak, that much loudness will be recorded over here. Now remember, loudness is for microphone, not for the speaker. Okay, so it doesn't matter how much loud is your speakers. This loudness is recording the intensity or the volume at which you're speaking. Okay, this is for the microphone, not for the speaker. Now if these things are clear to you, if you can actually choose this as well, like if the timer is greater than a specific thing, I mean a specific number, which means right now the timer is 39 seconds, 40 seconds. So if you want something to happen after a minute, then you'll just mention 60 over here. Then if timer is greater than 60, then whatever you mention here will be happening. So let's say for example we got move 10 steps block again here. So see, timer is greater than 60, and then it got triggered, so it moved 10 steps. Okay. Now let me put it 50 steps so that you can see the change clearly. And now let me put it for 80 seconds. As you can see the timer over here, see, Toby has changed to 80, like 50 steps when it is great, like the moment it became greater than 80 seconds. Okay. Now, the other one, loudness. So if the loudness is right now, the values are around 40. So let me make it 40 itself. Okay, now if I speak greater, like louder than 40, whenever I speak that, Toby will move 10 steps ahead. Sorry, 50 steps ahead. Now, again, remember, only when I speak higher than 40, this particular change will happen. So let me put it at 100. Now, only when I speak above 100, it will go 50, sorry, 50 steps. Other than that, like whatever the value is, which is less than 100, it won't be happening. Now, you can actually put the negative values also here, like negative 90. Now, see, greater than negative 90, which is okay, so here again, loudness is from 0 to 100. Remember, even in the last class, like we have discussed now in the sound blocks, the loudness, I mean, the sound, the volume of the sound, you can keep the values like any values, negative values, any number, sorry, any words or any number greater than 100 as well, but they are insignificant. Okay, so the loudness can be there only in between 0 and 100. Okay, so it doesn't matter even if you put negative values over here, because every positive number is greater than a negative number. So even 13, like whatever the number is showing here, is greater than negative this number, but it's not reacting because it doesn't matter for that. Okay, you have to mention specifically from the range of 0 to 100. Only then these values will work. You can type them, but as I said, like they are just insignificant and they won't even trigger anything. Okay. So yeah, these are all the things about the loudness and timer you have to know. Timer is simply, as I said, about the time, and you can reset it whenever you want. So go to the sensing. So just understand these two blocks, loudness and timer. Anyway, I'll repeat these things again when we reach to the sensing blocks. Okay. Yeah, this is about the timer and loudness. Now the next three things, next three blocks are related to each other. So okay, let me remove these things as well, loudness and timer. Okay. So here we have three more blocks which are interrelated to each other: broadcast, broadcast and wait, and then when I receive. So broadcast is a message that will be sent from a particular sprite to each and every sprite and clone. So I'll tell you what a clone is during the control blocks. But remember this thing, when, like how many sprites you have, it doesn't matter, like 100, 200, or any number of sprites, this broadcast message will be reaching to each and everyone. It's like, broadcasting the radio signal. In the same way, broadcasting a message, so you can customize these messages, you can create anything. Like, let's say for example, hi Toby. Now, when green flag is clicked, I broadcast hi Toby. Now, in the list, there'll be only message one, and then new message you can create here as well. But whatever the message you already created will be added over here. Now, let me create one more message as well, which is hello Toby. Okay. Now hello Toby is here, and when you drop it down, hello Toby will be added. Now when green flag is clicked, I am broadcasting this message. So let me put some other sprites as well to give you the entire context of this. So I'm just taking some random sprites over here. Okay, so we got Toby, Butterfly, and then Hazel. So for Toby, we are broadcasting the messages hello Toby and hi Toby. Okay, so since it is for Toby, let's put it over here in the event blocks. When green flag is clicked, broadcast hello Toby. And for Hazel, when I okay, when green flag is clicked, broadcast. Okay, just a moment. Okay, I think hi Toby got deleted. So yeah, let's create that as well. Let's put new message. Hi Toby. Okay. Now, okay, let's not put it with when green flag is clicked. Let's put it with when space key pressed. Okay. Now, when space key pressed, Hazel says, hi, Toby. When green flag is clicked, butterfly says, hello, Toby. Now, Toby has to react, right? So, what we'll be doing when I receive hello, Toby, remember, hello, Toby is from butterfly. So, you can say hello, hello, butterfly. Glad to meet you. Okay, so this will be said by, okay, let's put it for 4 seconds. Now, when this is for the butterfly, now you have one more response to give, right? So, when I receive hi Toby, this is from Hazel. So, again, let's just say this one, hello Hazel. Let's make it nice to meet you. Okay, so these are all the sentences that we are giving. Now, simple thing, when green flag is clicked, butterfly says hello Toby. When space key pressed, Hazel says hi Toby. Now this thing again you can change it however you want. Right now I just kept it space, just the default value. Now let me put it like when green flag is clicked. So the butterfly broadcasted the message hi Toby, hello Toby, and then Toby replied, hello butterfly, glad to meet you, because he received that message from butterfly sprite. Now let me press the space key. So I pressing the space key. Hazel broadcasted the message, "Hi Toby," and Toby replied, "Hi, hello Hazel, nice to meet you." So here you can communicate between among all the sprites. Okay. So it doesn't matter where you are broadcasting the message from. It will be going to each and every sprite in the entire PictoBlox program what you have right now. Okay. So now the second thing, I mean the last one is broadcast and wait. So obviously broadcast will just trigger the task. Broadcast and wait will make it like, will not just trigger it but also wait until the other block, like let's say for example hello Toby, and when I receive hello Toby, like right now I have only one block, so it will wait until this particular thing is done, and until then it won't do anything. The program will not do anything. It just waits until this entire thing is done. Okay. Now, yeah, that's how these things work. And yeah, the entire event blocks are done. So if you have any questions regarding any particular block of this particular series, please drop it down in the comment section. I'll definitely reply them and give you the most efficient solution as possible from my side. Okay. Yeah, that's it from my side, guys. So if you like this video and you feel it like informational and you got some knowledge from this, please like and subscribe the channel so that you can get more of these videos in the future as well. Thank you everyone. Have a nice day and